this team, but we learned last night if this team doesn't get quality starting pitching, it's in big trouble.
Yeah, John Garland felt that last night, giving up the home runs to the San Francisco Giants. And the way John Garland pitched last night down the stretch, it's not going to fly for the starters. Did John Garland try to execute great pitches? Absolutely. He didn't have it last night, couldn't make an adjustment, and the Giants made him pay.
So for the Padres tonight on the mound, Clayton Richard, he has been a horse.
He has been a horse against the San Francisco Giants. And why he has been that caballo? Well, the left-hander is very aggressive. He works quickly, and it all hinges on the command of that fastball. And the one thing, don't let this fool you either. His secondary pitch, that slider's got some good bite to it as well. And when you look at the numbers against these Giants, this is exactly what the Padres need. The 3-0 record, the ERA just over 2. The one thing that really sticks out also, the home runs last night. Well, for Clayton, no home runs allowed to 104 Giants batters face this year. If he can keep the ball in the yard, I think Clayton Richard's a guy that can give you a solid 6 or 7 innings, and that's exactly what this Friar team needs tonight.
If Clayton pitches into the third inning tonight, he will set a new single-season career high for innings pitched. Let's look at that pitching matchup for tonight. Richard will square off against Jonathan Sanchez, who went 7 scoreless innings in his last start on Sunday at L.A., allowing 3 hits with only 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. And Clayton Richard, the only pitcher to beat the Giants 3 times so far during this 2010 season. Tonight's pitching matchup is presented by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. The Padres have won 9 of Clayton Richard's previous 14 starts. The lineups and first pitch from Petco Park. Giants and Padres straight ahead. Petco Park, game 2 of this 4-game series tonight, and our closed captioning brought to you by Corky's. Home with a free photo termite inspection. See proof of your termite problem with your own eyes. Call Corky's 1-800-901-1102. Bruce Bochy's Giant lineup tonight brought to you by Floor Trader. Pay way less for your flooring and take it home today. Now open in Lemon Grove. Torres at the top of the order with his 14 home runs. Then Sanchez, Aubrey Huff in the 3 spot, hitting well during a 5-game streak. They put Pat the Bat in the cleanup role with Jose Guillen, Uribe at third base with no Sandoval in the lineup tonight. Renneria playing short, Whiteside catching. That means no Posey in the starting lineup, and Jonathan Sanchez pitching.
Boy, 2 key guys in that lineup. Torres at the top of the lineup. I think he's an integral part of the success of these Giants keeping pace with this Giant team.
Tonight's starting pitching profile brought to you by the Mark Condos. Luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to themarksandiego.com.
Well, Clayton Richard, we talked about his numbers briefly, 3-0 against these Giants. And how about this against the Giants in those in that 4 starts? 20 of the 23 hits that he has allowed, they've been singles. He's given up 3 doubles. So let's see if he can make the Giants play station-to-station baseball tonight.
Avoid that extra base hit. Andres Torres leading off. Led off last night's game with a triple that really seemed to set the tone for the Giants offense. 68 degrees at game time again tonight. 4th straight night we've had that game time temperature. Fouled away by Torres. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres swings at the high one, grounds it softly to short, and Tejada throws out Torres, and that's the way this one begins. Padre defense brought to you by Easy Turf Synthetic Lawns and Putting Greens. The best looking synthetic grass is now more affordable. Call 866-EASY Turf. Dodorfia in the outfield at center tonight, flanked by Cunningham and Ludwig. Hundley behind the plate.
3 twin killings last night for Bud Black's Padres.
Yeah, or it could have been worse than the 7-3 loss last night, the final score.
Well, taking a look at the left-hander, Clayton Richard, looks like he's going back to the prospect look. He
clean haircut there, yeah.
Showing up on the dome. Looks like that hat's a little
looser than it normally is. Closely cropped. 0-1 pitch. Out of play right side. Giants second baseman Freddie Sanchez. A 3-hit game last night. 3 singles, drove in a run, scored a run, and stole a base. Way high with the 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Even with the win last night, Bruce Bochy's Giants have only beaten the Padres 3 times out of the 12 meetings. And 2 out of the 6 here at Petco. 2-2 to Freddie Sanchez. A little bit low on Richard's slider and a full count. Richard had Sanchez at 0-2 and now brings the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Seems
23 games left, including tonight for the Padres.
I was just going to mention that. Great minds work alike, right?
Absolutely. 1 game lead for the Padres.
It's less than a spring training schedule.
It is. Getting down to it. Golf towards the alley in left center field. Cunningham coming in to cut it off. And Sanchez singles with 1 out.
That's why I think Freddie Sanchez is such a good number 2 hitter. All those years in Pittsburgh. Good bat control. Working the count. Richard trying to challenge him with a fastball down and in. That ball, if taken, according to Trax, a ball. And you're right, golfed out to left center field for the base knock. He sprayed a fastball over the Padre dugout and pulled that one down and in.
1 on, 1 out for first baseman Aubrey Huff. He looks at a first pitch strike. Huff comes in sporting modest hitting streak. 6 games. 2 for 3 last night. He hit 1 of the 4 San Francisco home runs. 0-2. Here comes fastball.
That is paint right on the outside corner again. And quickly ahead 0-2. Remember, it was a slow breaking ball for a strike that Aubrey Huff hit out of the ballpark last night in that 3rd inning for the 2-run shot.
Outside to Aubrey Huff. Start number 29 for Clayton Richard. Short lead. Torres, or I should say Sanchez, back to first. Even with that modest lead, he was still a little unsure if he was coming home or going to first base. Softly towards the middle. Eck makes the shovel to Miggy. On to Eck. They turned 3 last night. including one in the first inning. And the Padres get one to end the top of the first tonight. Getting the slow ground ball off the bat of Huff. Padres coming up. Tonight's SAP telecast brought to you by the Philly Cheesesteak Burger at Carl's Jr. It's a Philly cheesesteak on a burger. Jonathan Sanchez, 29th start, 30th appearance of the season. And Chris Denorfia leading off. Takes a strike. Our starting pitching profile brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers.
Fastball slider change for the Giant left-hander. And early on the game, you got to be patient because he can be erratic.
Inside to Denorfia.
He's going to throw low 90s, 92, 94-ish on the fastball. He will bury that slider like a lot of left-handers to that back foot of the right-handed hitters.
Fouled back. Well, part of Luke Yoder and the grounds crew here's work every night. They have that SD on the back of the mound, where Jonathan Sanchez said, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that.
That's tired.
I guess that's Jonathan saying, hey, this is my mound too, huh?
Yeah.
Where Sanchez vocalized his desires for a giant sweep the last time these teams met in San Francisco. This time, hoping to let just his arm do his talking, or perhaps kicking the Padre logo off the back of the mound.
To me, that can only hurt you.
Just getting the ire of the other team going.
Now even if he pitches a no-hitter, I mean, he's still got in the back of the guys' minds, right, what he did. Now let's go back. You do that, now you pitch terribly. It's just a double whammy.
Don't think that's unnoticed by the
All I know is this. There's a gentleman sitting 2 booths over to my left by the name of Mike Krukow. If I were to do something like that, he would air me out as a teammate.
Kruk and Kipe, the TV broadcasters for the Giants.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you, Forrest.
There's 2 of the best men in baseball. Mike Krukow on the left. And Dwayne Kuiper, Captain Kuiper on the right.
Full count on Denorfia leading off the Padres' first inning. Off the end of the bat, it popped up right side. Coming into the foul territory, Sanchez, the second baseman, makes the catch. Here's Bud Black's Padre lineup tonight, brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. Denorfia, then Eck, Good night last night for Ryan Ludwig. Looked a lot better at the plate.
Swung the bat very well. He squared up a few baseballs, 2 hits on the night, a double on that 2-run home run, a walk, and the one out that he made in that 4th inning was a line shot to center field.
Ludwig moving into the on-deck circle, and Eck at the plate with 1 out. Over below, ball 1. 271 for David. 1 for 4 last night in the opener of the series. And he scored one of the 3 Padre runs. Inside, says plate umpire Chris Guccione. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Jonathan Sanchez is very talented. He's been extremely tough over his last 5 road outings. 3-1 record, an ERA of 1.8. We know how tough it is to win on the road, but he's been throwing the ball well.
Fastball strike at 91 on the high outside corner. He has 1 complete game in his major league career, and we know when that occurred. The no-hitter against the Padres last July. Still his lone complete game in his major league career. Foul out of play right side.
It looks like Sanchez likes to bury that fastball down and in.
Giants come in 79-62. Padres 79-60. So the 2 teams even in the win column. Giants 2 more losses, so a game back. They have won 7 of their last 9 coming in. Still 2-2 on David Eckstein. Back in the air to center field and to his right and back. Torres makes the catch. San Francisco defense tonight brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Torres is the guy in center field that has to cover most of the ground. He's got Burrell and Guillen flanking him, and no question Andres Torres is the guy with the speed out there.
Hey, in a fastball count, Torres has got to get in that those starters blocks, cover those gaps. Pat Burrell, Guillen, not going to break any speed records out there in the outfield. A little long in the tooth.
Outside, ball 1 to Ryan Ludwig. Lud mentioned the at-bats last night. A walk, a double, 2-run homer in the ninth. One time he was retired. In the 4th, he lined out sharply to center. 2-0. And you mentioned it last night. The head is a little more
upright. Correct. Before, you know, in baseball, football, basketball, golf, whatever, tennis, just a little bit of an adjustment can mean the difference between a great at-bat, a bad at-bat, a good serve, a bad pass.
3-0. Takes a strike on the inner half. '27-year-old Jonathan Sanchez from Puerto Rico. Walks him on 5 pitches. One with a changeup on 3-1. A 2-out walk. Dave Righetti, Giants pitching coach. So it gives a 2-out chance. The Padre first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. 8th in the league in hitting with that .305 mark. Tied for 9th in the NL in homers with 27 and tied for 8th in RBIs with 90. Way high with the fastball.
I was kind of surprised you threw that 3-2 changeup to Ludwig. Now missing big time with the fastball. You know, it's still hard for me to get used to is guys going to their mouth when they're on the dirt.
I would say just change this year.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk off the mound anymore to do that. There's a strike. That was always an automatic ball if you did that.
Correct. Yeah, you had to be off the dirt area, off the circle on the grass. If you went to your mouth, then you'd have to wipe. Now, just so you're not in contact with the rubber or straddling the rubber, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right. Unless it was a really cold day and teams agreed in past years.
You're blowing your hands.
Yep. Right. 1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss by Adrian.
Looked like a changeup or a slider. I'm going with changeup there. Down the heart of the plate, below the knees. Nice pitch.
You look at the starting 8, not including the Padre pitcher tonight. Their cumulative numbers against Jonathan Sanchez, not good. 183 average this year against him. One-two to Adrian. Gets jammed, but fouls it back.
Notice a lot of the pitchers, when they have Adrian in the hole, they try to slip that little piece of cheese, that four-seam fastball, up and out of the zone.
Get him to go after that?
Yep. And Sanchez is a strikeout pitcher. Going into this game, 172 strikeouts in 164 innings.
In the dirt and blocked by Eli Whiteside. Going with a slider that time.
And Sanchez trying to get a little bit of moisture on those hands and rub up that baseball so you can get a good feel. Sometimes when it's cool out, that ball will get a little slick, and you have the rosin bag out there, but some guys like to get that perspiration and rub up that baseball and get a little sticky feeling. So you get a, see if he throws him a breaking ball here.
Fastball at 92. Strike three call on the inside corner. First strikeout for Sanchez, number 173 on the season for him. Friday night here in San Diego, the second game of this four-game series, Padres and Giants. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for San Francisco, and the left fielder Pat Burrell leading off. Playing in his 77th game with the Giants, 24 early this season in the American League with Tampa Bay. Burrell takes a strike. Burrell homered in the 6th inning of last night's game. Had a couple of hits last night. Also walked once. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Whirled again and Uribe in the Giants' second. Check swing. They asked for the appeal. And the plate umpire Chris Cuccione says he saw it. The Burrow went around 2-2. High drive center field. Denorfia backpedaling, looks up, hauls it in. Burrow hit it pretty well, but right to dead center field, probably about 365, 370 away.
I'd have to say same conditions as last night, huh? 68 degrees. The wind, the flag's out in left center field. The wind is blowing straight down. So you've got to really get that ball up in the air for the wind to take effect. And we take a look at the flags in right field up above. What's that, maybe 100 feet higher?
Yeah, probably about that. The strike to Guillen. Well, it did not affect the Giants last night. I didn't see. They hit 4 bombs that were out of any ballpark. Fastball fouled back. Guillen now in his 24th game with the Giants. Hit 16 home runs with the Royals in 106 games this season. Richard slider down low. One out, nobody on, and the Giants second, and the 1-2 pitch fouled back.
Well, one thing I've noticed early on is that the Giant hitters are letting Clayton Richard work at his own pace, and we know that he likes to get that rock and get up on that rubber and work quickly.
All outside on a changeup, 2-2. Jose Guillen acquired August 13th from the Royals for a player to be named later. Chops it foul left side. 34-year-old Guillen now with his 10th different major league team. Had 104 RBIs back in 04. With some pretty big numbers in the American League. 2-2. Got him. Richard pulled the string on him. And the changeup. And for a strikeout. Bring up Juan Uribe, who had one of the 4 home runs last night as well. This was in the 4th inning. Went onto the beach in right center field.
See where that pitch was? It was kind of down a little bit. Just a little bit, but outer half taking it that way rather than trying to come out of his shoes and yank it down the left field line. Put a good swing on it.
His 20th home run. Yeah. Line right at Adrian.
That's a hang with him.
Uribe hit it sharply. But Clayton Richard has a 3-up, 3-down second. This Sunday, September 12th, your Padres take on these Giants at 105. And the first 10,000 kids 14 and younger take home a Padres Hot Wheels. And you'll get a chance to win prizes from Hot Wheels. See full-size custom show cars and race Hot Wheels before the game. Get your tickets today at Padres.com. First pitch strike to shortstop Miguel Tejada. No score, home half of the second. And Tejada ropes it towards third. That's fair behind the bag. Gathered by Uribe. Long throw down on the bag. Got him. A high throw to Huff. It came down to get Tejada. One out.
That's a nice play. I thought that ball was going to eat up Uribe at third base. Kind of a tough in-between hop as we take a look. Some topspin, some serious topspin. And then I thought it was the old airmail, but nice job by Aubrey Huff. Does he get him on the tag?
I think it was the tag.
Because he didn't come down on the bag.
I think it came down right in front of the base. That ball came up for Uribe.
Ooh, that was close.
Uribe starting at third tonight with Sandoval on the bench. And Sandoval really has struggled on the road this year. He went 0 for 4 last night, grounded into a couple of double plays, hitting just a little bit north of 200 on the road. So Sandoval not in the lineup tonight. Chase Headley doubled last night. Down on strikes his first time tonight. Sanchez paints the outside corner with a fastball.
That's exactly what he did. And if he gets on that ball to where he's painting like that, so know that Clayton Richard could do it. A couple of lefties hitting their spots.
Night off last night for Nick Hundley with Toriyama behind the plate. Ball one in the dirt. Nick's been hitting the ball well. Up the average up to 251. He's hit safely in 8 of his last 10 games, hitting 355 in that stretch. Checks the swing and takes outside on the changeup. 2-0. Baby on board tonight.
Yep.
3-0. A little below the knees and a 4-pitch walk to Hundley with 2 outs. Second walk given up by Jonathan Sanchez. He'll tally up the strikeouts, but if you're patient, he'll also walk a few guys, Sanchez will.
Absolutely. Going into this game, Sanchez with 78 walks. The 2 guys that led the National League prior to today's game, John Garland and Randy Wolf with 80. 2 walks tonight for Sanchez, so tied with Garland and Wolf.
Aaron Cunningham, the left fielder. Ball one outside. One home run for Cunningham was his first Padres hit, and it was a grand slam.
With both left-handers going tonight, we're going to have to see if that running game comes into play. We know Clayton Richards' move is awesome. So it's flip a coin with teams. They'll go on the first move. If he goes to the plate, they try to steal the base. If they get picked, well, they try to get a rundown or beat the throw.
Inside, moves the feet of Cunningham. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitcher, Richard, on deck. After getting the first two in quick fashion, Sanchez has thrown 6 straight out of the strike zone. Make it 7.
You know, it's frustrating as a hitter. I mean, I'm not saying I was a hitter, but I'm just saying when a guy's all over the place like that, and then they paint on that outside corner, strike 1. Then they paint again, strike 2. That's like the guy's effectively wild. You can't really dig in against the guy.
It's a strike over on 3-0. Well, lead first with 2 outs. No score in the San Diego second. Fouled back. Winner of this game knows they'll be at least in a share of first place. If it's the Padres, they have a 2-game lead. Giants looking for a share of first for the win tonight. And don't forget about the Rockies. They're already up 8-1 on Arizona in the 4th inning at Coors Field tonight.
Well, if I was a betting guy, I would have to think that Sanchez would try to spot a fastball here rather than throwing a breaky ball with the pitcher on deck. Oh, breaky ball.
Back-to-back walks, and already Bruce Bochy's got the hat off.
Yeah, it's usually not a good sign when the skipper takes the hat off and starts scratching the old head.
Rubbing the forehead. Clayton Richard, 160 on the season, 137 career average. Ball 1 inside. That's going to send Whiteside out to the mound. If the Giants were to win tonight, that would put them 18 games over 500. It would be their best record since the end of the 2004 season, when they finished that regular season 20 games over 500.
Boch looked like he was talking to one of his coaches, wanted to move Aubrey Huff over a little bit. Now Huff has taken a couple of steps towards second base, moving off that line.
2 on, 2 outs, the 1-0. The fastball strike. Richard pops it up right side. Aubrey Huff nearing the seats, but with room. A couple of 2-out walks, and the Padres strand 2. They've now left 3 after 2. Giants and Padres scoreless. Tomorrow, Saturday, September 11th, your Padres take on the Giants at 1:10. The first 25,000 fans take home a new Padres patriotic bag presented by Flow TV. Get your tickets online at Padres.com. No score, top of the third. Bottom three up for the Giants, and Edgar Renteria fouls it away. "30 pitches so far for Clayton as he begins the third inning. 0-1 pitch. Renteria fouls that back. Renteria, Whiteside, and then the pitcher Sanchez due up third in this inning. Giants have the game's only hit to this point, a Freddie Sanchez single in the first. He was erased in a double play. Swing and a miss, went up after a high one, and Renteria strikes out on the fastball. Second K for Clayton Richard.
Oh, it must be fun when you're pitching out there and you're working ahead and you get a guy with 2 strikes. You know, there's a lot of guys on this Giants team that will chase. Renteria chases the high fastball. He cannot get hurt there. If they make contact with that, they're fouling it back out of play. Or it's a weak fly ball to right field.
Giants catcher Eli Whiteside takes a strike.
You know what's interesting? I talked to Clayton a couple days ago around the batting cage. I said, "Did you always work so quickly?" He goes, "I was complete opposite in high school."
Really?
Complete opposite.
Did he change that by the time he got to Michigan?
Well, I said, "What made you turn it around?" He said he got to pro ball. He was in rookie ball. Got to A ball and was talking to one of his coaches. And it was the old, "Hey, dude, speed it up. Find a tempo. Find a rhythm. Your defense is going to play better behind you." And he just took it from there. Went with it. He's been doing it ever since.
Towards third. That is foul. Diving stop. Great play by Headley, but it'll go for naught.
Adrian putting out a little act. He knew it was foul because the third base umpire, Brian Onora, signaled the foul. And Adrian, watch what he does here. Chase goes on with the play. Adrian underneath the leg. That's a Gold Glover for you, folks.
A little showmanship. Having some fun at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
Upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Thought that was an optical illusion when I watched it live. 1-2 to Whiteside.
You know, I could tell. Adrian Gonzalez, he was one of those kids ever since kindergarten that ticked everybody off. Why? Because he was the best athlete. He could beat you at dodgeball. He could beat you at kickball. He could beat you at jacks. He could beat you at basketball. You name it.
Broken bat, floater to third. Headley makes the catch.
Adrian was going to beat you at it.
Two down, and Richard will face his counterpart, Jonathan Sanchez.
Oh, they're so fired up.
Pom-poms, foam fingers.
How can you not go to the ball yard without a foam finger?
If not, you can buy them here.
Yeah.
There's strike 1 to Sanchez. Oh, 2 with a fastball. Uno dos.
Adios.
2 strikeouts in the inning for Clayton Richard, who's fan 3. Top of the order coming up for the Padres in the bottom half. Lolita's at the Park, where you can enjoy a wonderful evening happy hour 7 days a week. By Irving Hughes, life is a lease. Negotiate well. And brought to you by Mass Mutual, a company owned by its policyholders.
This guy's got, is that like a halo around the Padre
with
hat?
A little Christmas wreath type on it. It's got the youngster wearing it as well.
That looks like the old Angel hat back in the day. Remember they had the
they had the actual halo around
stitched
on the top of the hat.
Very cool.
Denorfia leading off, fouled out to Sanchez's first time.
Hey, a couple of left-handers twirling tonight, Sanchez and Richard, and we had another darn good left-hander just visit us in the booth. David Wells, Boomer, poking his head in here. Always a barrel of laughs. He's going to be doing some postseason stuff with TBS. Studio stuff. We wish him well.
The San Diego native. .2-0 from Sanchez.
See how free and easy they're 2-0. Denorfia looked like he was taken there. Painted down and away. There are times when Sanchez will overthrow like any pitcher. And he will go up the ladder like that there.
Rags.
Another good left-hander.
His 11th season now as the Giants pitching coach. So we have two guys in the house tonight that have thrown no-hitters for the Yankees, even though David's was a perfect game.
Yes, Dave Righetti, 4th of July, Jordan Steinbrenner's birthday.
1983.
And David Wells throwing one against the Minnesota Twins.
His a perfecto. 3-2 pitch. Up high. Well, he's walked 3 of the last 4 Padres hitters.
And that was a 3-2 breaking ball from Sanchez, missing way out of the zone.
4 walks tonight already in 2 innings plus. There's not a lot of base hit as of yet. Boomer went from our booth to the GM's booth, Jed Hoyer.
Oh, yeah, he knows who's important. There's Jed.
Heck makes it a little bit high and tight.
Well, last time that Whiteside went out there in Uribe last inning, they had a little chat on the mound. Whiteside kind of motioned with his body, like, you know, come towards me, come towards home plate, have your momentum go towards home plate. Maybe he saw his pitcher falling off a little bit. Just trying to correct him mechanically.
Jonathan Sanchez, who's thrown a no-hitter, threw it to Whiteside. Remember that night? Because Benji Molina was not there that night. His wife was having a baby, and Whiteside caught that no-hitter. So I guess we have 3 guys with no-hitters in the house tonight. 2 of them while a Yankee. Righetti, Sanchez, and David Wells.
Correct.
Out of play right side. And if we count yours in Little League, that's 4. Nobody out of the San Diego third.
Well, that was the 51st pitch from Sanchez, and nobody out in the 3rd inning. That workload is going up quickly.
Fouled back. So we talked against past opponents that, hey, want to get into their bullpen. You know, the Dodgers was an example of that recently. Giants, though, they've been very good out of their bullpen this year.
ERA about 3.3 for the Giant bullpen.
3rd best bullpen ERA in the National League. Of course, the Padres had the best bullpen ERA at 2.83. Bounce to second. Sanchez to Renteria and safe at first. They do get the lead man to Norfia, but Eck able to beat the relay.
I thought that throw at second base had Renteria maybe off the bag a little bit. Usually when you slow it down, the ball's in the glove and the foot is on the bag. We'll get a good look here. Oh, very quick with those feet around that second. Here's the play at first.
Bang, bang, but
hey, maybe a break for San Diego.
Yeah, might have got him. Ludwig walked in the first. And a hack and fouled it back.
Let's take a look at if we could see at second base. Ball in the. Oh, wow.
Right foot's coming off there is very close.
You know what? I've got safe.
But middle infielders are so adept at doing that. They get the call 99% of the time on those, don't they?
Yeah.
Ludwig trying to check. Sanchez wants an appeal. Plate umpire Chris Guccione not allowing it. One pitch. Pulled the string, wave and a miss. 1-2.
That's a good changeup. Good arm action from Sanchez. Looked like a fastball. Ended up a changeup. Looks like a pump. Feels like a sneaker.
Eck at first with one out. No score in the Padres' third inning. Strike three on the inside corner. Sanchez painting the inside black there for his third strikeout.
After the changeup, he kind of straightened up the right-handed hitter, and it looks like it's a good frame job by Whiteside. And Chris Guccione rings him up.
Adrian called out on strikes in the first inning. Check on Eck, who has stolen 7 bases and only been caught one time.
Okay, remember I mentioned yesterday about Adrian facing left-handed pitchers?
Yes.
Kind of consistently pitching them away.
And going to the opposite field?
Didn't he get him on a fastball down and in?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. There's a breaking ball away.
Adrian 0 for 4 last night. That ended his 11-game hitting streak. Fly ball to center field. Torres comes in for it. Leadoff walk. The Padres, though, have now stranded 4. And at the end of 3, the Giants and Padres are scoreless. Sanchez due up second in this inning. Top of the order, and leading off, Andres Torres takes a strike. Wave and a miss, 0-2. Clayton Richard has gone 0-2 now on 7 of the 10 Giants hitters tonight.
That's pounding the zone. And then expanding.
Trying to get him to chase there. And that's not just first pitch strikes. I said 0-2 on 7 of the 10 hitters. Incredible. Nice beginning. Torres fouls it back.
You know, we all know that major league pitchers, they've got to work hard to maintain, to stay at this level, right?
Yes. Towards the middle. Eck diving, leaping. Either way, got it. 1 out. Eck timed the jump well and snags a hit away from Andres Torres.
Timing is everything.
Are doing more on defense, brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
All 5'7" of them. And Clayton Richard, oh yeah, takes away a base runner. Thank you very much. Got a little captain in you?
Strike 2, Freddie Sanchez. Eck is listed at 5'7". He needed all of that 5'7"
yes,
in the leaping
did.
ability. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Do you think the spikes kind of rise him up a little bit?
Gives him a little extra, sure it does. One, 2 to Sanchez. He golfs towards the middle, and that will get through. Went down after it, and Freddie Sanchez has all the game's hits. He has both of them. Shows why he won a batting title a few years ago.
And he hits the ball where it is pitched. He takes his first hit in the first inning on the shortstop side of second base, and now he laces this one on the second base side of second base. Putting good wood on it for the second at bat in a row.
Sanchez, over about the last month, hitting over 400, so he's on for Aubrey Huff, and Sanchez draws a throw. Huff grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to win the first inning. And for one of the few times tonight, Richard falls behind a hitter. Wave and a miss by Huff, and a Richard slider.
Not only a hard, it was not a hard slider. It kind of looks like he took a little bit off there. So he had Huff out in front in a nice conversation with Yorbeat and Darren Balsley, the pitching coach.
Check on the runner. Hey, by the way, Darren Balsley came up to me today before batting practice, and he said, hey, you know what? When you and Mudd were talking about records that'll never be broken, you forgot one of the obvious ones.
What's that?
Nolan Ryan's strikeout record is what Balsley said. That's up high.
Not only that, but how about Nolan Ryan's single season record of 383?
Yeah, again, until guys, Darren mentioned this as well, until you go back to a 4-man rotation and guys get more starts.
Whoever breaks that record of 384 will have an appointment with Dr. Andrews the next day.
Of course, you and I mentioned DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak, Ripken's consecutive game streak, Cy Young, most wins.
How about Ty Cobb's record of 56 stolen bases of home?
Yeah, that's probably pretty safe.
54, 56 times he stole home.
Straight steals?
Straight steals.
2-2 to Huff. Slapped down the left field side, slicing, and it is foul. Not by much, but it went foul. Huff carried his bat all the way up the line with him. I think he knew. He just had an inkling that ball was going to be foul.
He's doing a little Serrano from Major League, keeping the bat in his hand while he's circling the bases. And how much? Yeah, that was slicing off the bat of Huff.
Goes up after the 2-2 pitch and pops it up on the infield and heavily under it near the mound. 2 outs. It'll bring up Pat Burrow. Burrow went deep last night in the 6th inning. Our Coors Light Freeze Camp brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Burrow got all of this one. Went down towards the Western Metal Building, and they're off the W. The top of the W. Wow. So it wasn't fair by a whole lot, by a few feet, but it certainly had the elevation. His 15th home run in 76 games as a Giant. Left side, cut off by Headley. Goes to second for the force out, 2 in the inning. Well, Sanchez gets his second hit, owns all the base hits in this game. He's left on, and Miggy, Chase, and Nick coming up in the Padres half. CTS Coupe. Visit your San Diego County Cadillac dealer and test drive one today. Glad you could join us tonight. Mark Neely and Mark Grant and our terrific Channel 4 crew from Petco Park in San Diego. No score into the home half of the 4th. And Miguel Tejada leading off takes down and away from Jonathan Sanchez. Tejada, Headley, and Hundley for San Diego. Went after that one down in the dirt.
That was the hard slider from Sanchez. He'll slow that pitch up a little bit, and he actually acts as a second breaking ball to go along with that fastball and changeup.
Left side, diving stop. Uribe gets up, spins, and throws him out. Juan Uribe taking a hit away from Tejada to begin the 4th.
Remember, it was Uribe last year inserted at third base
for Sandoval that committed an error. Otherwise, Sanchez's no-hitter would have been a perfect game.
It's a big league play there.
He made a big-time play there. Came up with that ball, snow-coned it a bit, but was able to corral it and throw him out. Outside corner, strike one to Headley on the curveball. Sanchez paints the outside edge again. 0-2, that time with a fastball. Bounced up to the plate. Padres have had 4 base runners, all coming via Sanchez base on balls. At the dancing Fryer.
Oh, he's back.
Off-speed pitch, changeup up. And Chase went up after it and strikes out. 4 Ks for Sanchez. We mentioned the no-hitter last year. Came on July 10th of 2009. Got Cabrera looking to end it. 13th no-hitter in franchise history. And his dad was there in attendance from Puerto Rico. Is it Fredo?
You know, to button up that story, that was the first time that his father saw him pitch professionally. What a treat that was, huh? You talk about timing.
Still his only complete game in the major leagues. Well, what a complete game. You know, we were on the other side of that, but you and I being there, it's always interesting to see something like that develop at a home park for the pitcher. And the electricity that was there at the ballpark in San Francisco that night. You remember the play for the second out of the ninth? Edgar Gonzalez hit a deep drive to center field, and Aaron Rowan caught it up against the fence. And you and I kind of looked at each other and said, it's kind of meant to be if they're going to make plays like that. 1-1 to Hundley. He hits the breaking ball down the left field side towards the corner. It is fair and skips to the fence. First Padre hit. Hundley trots into second with a stand-up 2-out double. Well, I knew once we started talking about no-hitters, we could end the one he's got going here through 3 2/3 tonight.
You know, you mentioned it earlier, Mark, about how Hundley's been swinging the bat well, seeing the ball well. That's a breaking ball in the outer half of the plate. It's just short and quick to the baseball, recognizing the pitch out of the hand on that breaking ball. It wasn't the sharpest breaker. But, you know, a lot of guys might be fooled on that and are out in front and they either top it up. And he scalded that ball well. No pitch.
Yeah, it looked like they're wanting to walk him with the pitcher due up after Cunningham. But plate umpire Chris Guccione said no pitch. The time had been called. Now Whiteside puts the arm out and they'll actually begin the intentional pass. This will be the 5th walk given up by Sanchez. Second time Cunningham will have walked. It's going to fall on the shoulders of Padre pitcher Clayton Richard with 2 on 2 outs.
Hey, Clayton may have fouled out to the first baseman Huff, but you know what, though? He got under that. He hit it well.
Had a couple good hacks actually in the bat. Fouled out to Huff. 2 in the second, now here in the 4th. Strike 1 on a curveball. 0-1.
That tells me, obviously, that Sanchez is not taking Richard lightly. First pitch breaking ball.
Fastball bounced out to the second base with Sanchez. And they get Clayton Richard. Padres do get their first hit of the night on the Hundley double. They've stranded 2 more and have left a half dozen.
From San Diego, home of Ron Burgundy, mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lambert Construction. Check out their new and improved website at murraylambert.com to see photo galleries, remodeling tips, even meet the team. Get a no-obligation in-home design and accurate quote. Marco?
Thanks, Bud. Who do you love?
I love scotch, love poetry, of course, my good friend Baxter.
Here we go. What has been a pitcher's duel to this point. And Jose Guillen fouling it perhaps off a foot there.
That's what will happen when that left-hander throws that fastball or that breaking ball down and in. Right off the foot or right off the shin.
Outside to Guillen, a ball and a strike. It's Guillen, Uribe, and Renteria. 5, 6, and 7 batters in the San Francisco fifth. No score from Petco. 2 hits for the Giants. They've both been singles from Freddie Sanchez. One Padres hit, a 2-out double in the fourth from Nick Hundley. Fastball outside. And Richard behind, 3 balls and a strike. And got a rip at a fastball. The 3-2 pitch. And Clayton walks his first hitter of the game. A leadoff fifth inning walk to Guillen. Giants hitter is Juan Uribe. Uribe hit the ball hard his first time up in the second, but lined out right at Adrian. And Uribe turned around and took a hit away from Tejada in the bottom of the last inning in the fourth.
And this is where Clayton Richard really needs to check himself and not fall into one of those patterns to where he throws 6, 7, 8 balls in a row. He walked Guillen and the first pitch breaking ball for a ball to Uribe. There you go.
Shallow right, racing in towards the line. Ludwig gets to the spot to make the catch.
Well, he ran a long way there.
He did.
Looked like he was shading him a little bit over towards the right center field gap. I think Ryan is fitting quite nicely out there, patrolling right field here at Petco Park.
Hasn't he? Good clubhouse guy as well.
I mean, not that that play was a difficult play, but he's dealt with those bullpens down there. He's dealt with the Petco porch. He's gone to his right in Cox Alley.
Ball 1 low to Edgar Renteria. The Giants shortstop struck out swinging in the third. Up and away, and that's going to bring Hundley out to the mound.
You see, Nick, as soon as he caught that baseball, he is out. And notice that Richard may have dropped his elbow just a little bit, pushing underneath the baseball, and therefore the ball going up and away to the right-handed hitter. I mean, when a pitcher works quickly like Clayton Richard, the mechanics sometimes can be rushed. It's okay to have a quick tempo, but when it comes to your mechanics, you have to stay solid and sound and repetitive. Even though he missed, he made an adjustment.
Just a little bit low, 3-0. Strike call. Being at first, 1 out, no score in the fifth. Plays 3-1 instead of check on the runner.
Hey, you never know. Put the runner in motion, stay out of the double play. A low-scoring game, only 3 hits collectively. Tim Flannery flashed the signs over there at third.
A deep drive, left center field. Cunningham, though, will pull up and make the catch on the front of the warning track. I tell you what, that ball left the bat like it was going to get out of here, and it really didn't even get close. And there's another indication of how the ball really is not carrying.
Force field. I thought that ball was going to leave the yard as soon as it was hit.
I did
It
too.
had that sound. He had that swing. The force field comes into play right about there. The old parachute, pull the lever, parachute comes out, and Renteria can't even believe it.
Whiteside breaks his bat out to short. Tejada goes the short way and gets the force out again. Could have been uglier. Renteria's blast fell short, and it's still scoreless at the midpoint of the fifth. Farmers agent, call 1-800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com because ready feels good. And on this date in 1963 for the Giants, the three Alou brothers all appear consecutively in at-bats in the sixth inning of the Giants' 4-2 loss to the Mets. Jesus used as a pinch hitter in the 8th slot. Batty used as a pinch hitter. And then the top of the order, Felipe was the third consecutive Alou to bat.
That's pretty cool.
It is. And on this date back in 1963.
Oh, nice.
Top of the order for the Padres in the 5th, and center fielder Chris Denorfia fouled out in the 1st and walked in the 3rd, 0 for 1. Down low from Sanchez. Denorfia, then Eck, and Ryan Ludwig. Two 2-0. Rockies have upped their lead to 12-2 over Arizona in the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies are gunning for their 8th straight win. They began tonight just 3.5 back of the Padres. Yes, it's the top 2 teams battling here. But no question, it's a 3-team race right now, Mike.
No question about it. And something that might play a factor for the Rockies. News out of Colorado, Aaron Cook done for the year.
Jeff Francis will start in his place Monday against the Padres at Coors Field. A 4-pitch walk to Denorfia, second time he has reached, and that's elevated the pitch count of Sanchez near 80.
And the ratio 40-39, but still, you look at the big picture, only 1 hit surrendered by Sanchez.
Leadoff man is on for the second time tonight for the Padres. Denorfia did it as well in the third with a walk. Eck. And a throw over to check on Denorfia. Uribe in on the grass at third. Act squares and lays the bunt down up the first base line. Huff gets it to Sanchez.
Perfectly executed.
3-4 sack bunt for David Eckstein.
And he gets it done early. So Sanchez fires the strike. You know, you hope that they maybe bobble it or throw it away, but look at the technique and leave it to David Eckstein to get the job done.
Ninth sack bunt of the season for Eck. Denorfia at second, one out for Ryan Ludwig.
I know what the Padres need here. They need to foul ball over to the camera well for Aubrey Huff to catch it, so Denorfia can tag it second and go to third.
You're referring to a game earlier this year when the Padres scored without benefit of a hit, the only run of the game that way.
Right. But there was nobody out. Remember Chase, he scored on the sac fly.
Yes.
From third base, and the Padres end up winning 1-0. Looks like Dave Righetti is going to have a chat. Chris Ray heating up in the bullpen for San Francisco.
Dave Righetti out, as Bud mentioned. April 20th, by the way, the date of that game you're referring to.
Maybe Dave Righetti mentioning something mechanically. I know pitching coaches really don't like to throw a lot into the head of a pitcher when he's, you know, trying to concentrate on hitting the target and trying to work a game plan. But maybe the big Ragu found something in his mechanics.
Career high is 7. One of the walks intentional tonight of the 6. He's walked Ludwig and struck him out. 2-0 pitch. Changeup.
Great arm action. And that ball just floating up there, and Ludwig way out in front. He's throwing that pitch as a handful tonight. 84th pitch coming up.
And Ludwig saw that changeup in the third as well. In the dirt.
Slider.
Right side, keeping it close by, and that holds Denorfia at second. This Friday night crowd at Petco Park instructed to make some noise. No score, bottom of the 5th. Giants won here last night 7-3 to take the opener of this 4-game series and pull just a game behind the first place Padres. 3-1. Inside corner strike, and he goes back to the changeup.
You talk about pitching backwards. 3-1, and Ryan Ludwig's like, huh? 3-1 changeup on the inside corner for a strike. He might throw him another breaking ball here. First base open, you never know. Hey, you throw it 3-1 to go 3-2, you might as well throw it again.
Three-two pitch. Breaking ball, the curve up and away for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, and it's 2 on, 1 out.
He throws a spike breaking ball. You can see him digging that index finger in on the baseball, getting it out and over that middle finger, but just left it up for ball 4.
And Sanchez has equaled his previous high of 7 walks. He's gotten Adrian twice tonight, once looking in the first, and then he lined out to center in the third. Low ball one. Adrian breaks his bat, hit to first. Huff goes to second for one. Rennery gets it back for a double play. Sanchez defense helps him out as they turn two to end the fifth. Enjoy the Western Metal Concert Series presented by Ashford University. Friday, November 5th. Jewel headlines Under the Stars with special guest Colby Calais. Tickets are on sale now at Padres.com/concerts. Rowan batting for Sanchez here in the sixth. So Sanchez night is finished. He goes 5 innings. Allowed only 1 hit, but walked 7. He threw 88 pitches, Mud. 44 balls, 44 strikes.
That is unbelievable.
But gets out of it with no runs allowed, only 1 hit. The double by Hundley in the fourth.
You know, when you look at games like this, the one that comes to mind is the A.J. Burnett no-hitter when he was with the Marlins at Qualcomm. And he threw more strikes than balls, but it was only 1 more strike, and it was the last pitch of the game that was popped up for the no-hitter.
Yeah, he had thrown more balls than strikes up until that last pitch, right, in that outing. Low to Rowan. Sanchez struck out 4. So the Giants will be into their bullpen at the bottom of this inning. 2-2, and Rowan hits it towards the hole. Stabbed on the backhand by Tejada. He plants, throws, and gets him. 1 down. Tonight's comparison is brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. And we look at starters with at least a 3-0 record in a season against the Giants since 2000. So follow along here. Clayton Richard comes in 3-0 this year against the Giants. And the other pitchers who have done that in those years, De La Rosa, Brandon Webb in 08. De La Rosa did it in 08 as well, so he's done it twice. Yeah. Peavy in 07.
3 Cy Young Award winners.
And Glavine,
Peavy, and
Brandon Webb. The third in at the edge of the grass. Headley knocks it down, picks it up, throws low, but Adrian picks it out And Torres, who runs very well, made it bang, bang, but Adrian's defensive play gets the second out.
Just get it over there. Don't throw it over his head. But let's start at square one. Keep the ball in front of you. You don't have to catch it cleanly. As long as you keep the ball in front of you, you got a chance. And then the pick, how close was it?
Ooh. You might have been there.
I couldn't tell you. I was watching the ball on that one.
Does it seem like we've had a lot of these
Yes.
recently? Just flip a coin type of plays?
Hold all tickets. Photo finish.
Off the end of the bat, floated to right, and Ludwig posts over. They get Sanchez for the first time tonight. He was 2 for 2 prior. But Clayton sets it down in order. A post-game show with Jenny Kavnar and Bob Scanlon tonight from the Channel 4 studios. Sequan Casino, San Diego's vacation getaway. Santiago Casilla comes in out of the San Francisco bullpen.
This guy's got a live arm, 93 to 98 on the fastball. Also twirls up there a curveball, a slider, and a change. He's one of these max effort guys. Every ounce of energy into every pitch.
Tejada, Headley, and Hundley in the Padres 6. No score. The Giants with 2 hits. The Padres with 1. Tejada has grounded out each time to Juan Uribe at third. The last time leading off the fourth, a diving stop by Uribe, and he robbed Miggy. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Padres have stranded 7 tonight. Giants have left only 2. The Padres really were unable to take advantage of the 7 walks handed out by Jonathan Sanchez tonight.
And that's got to be frustrating. But when a guy is wild like that, mentioned it earlier, guy's all over the place, and all of a sudden he makes good pitches. You really can't adjust, and you cannot get settled in, I would think.
Very uncomfortable.
So effectively wild?
I think that's a good way to put it.
Probably.
The baseman Juan Uribe in for a moment. You see, in his first year in the Giants organization, he'd been with Oakland prior to that. In fact, I guess you've been living under a rock for the last 5 years. This guy actually went by the name Jairo Garcia when he originally made the big leagues with Oakland. Same guy, though.
So he is truly the player to be named later?
Maybe for himself, but made his big league debut with Oakland in 04 as Jairo Garcia. And pitched parts of really each of the last 5 years in the big leagues with Oakland. But the last few as Santiago Casilla. Goes in a strike, 3-2.
Look at that, 98 paint on the outside corner. Now he finds the count full after going 3-0.
Casilla to Tejada. That was a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, pretty much right down the chute.
He is letting it fly.
Tejada leading off to San Diego's 6th in a scoreless game. 3-2 pitch again from Casilla. Bringing more gas. Fouled at the plate.
Casilla's fastball has a little bit of run. I'm not going to say it's like a hard sinker, but run into the right-handed hitter. And like any pitcher that throws hard, you throw that ball elevate around the Padres on the chest, looks good out of the hand. Before you know it, it's out of the zone. It's tough to lay off.
A chop, high chop. Uribe throws and gets him by a step. Uribe had to wait for that ball to come down. It got a lot of air under it. And Uribe gets Tejada for a 3rd time tonight.
Right off a home plate. Oh, and he tripped out of the box.
Otherwise, he probably beats it.
Yeah. That's got to be the worst feeling. Your body gets ahead of your feet. And the main thing, oh, nice transfer, huh? By Uribe.
Quick.
Just glad that nobody gets hurt there. Tejada down the line. It's a good way of getting hurt and maybe falling on yourself, spiking yourself or something.
Chase Henley is fanned twice. Casilla with the 1-0. Staying with the gas right now.
And why not, huh?
And consistent upper 90s. Now he drops in the breaking ball. And a called strike.
Well, that breaking ball there was at 84, and that's a good-looking curveball.
A hard curve, unlike that soap bubble curve we saw from Padilla the other night here when the Dodgers were in town.
99.
Tipped into the glove of Whiteside, and a strikeout, 2 away.
'99 red Luft balloons, the Nina fastball.
And it's got a little tailing action to it as well. It's not like it's a straight 99.
Wow. That's right. That little bit of movement makes it even nastier.
Base is empty for Nick Hundley, who has the only Padres hit in this game. A little behind the 98 miles per hour. Nick doubled into the left field corner with 2 outs of the 4th. Also walked in the 2nd. Casilla quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Goes to the breaking ball in the dirt. You see on a relief for Jonathan Sanchez, who went the first 5. Oh, look in by Santiago Casilla. Low, and it's 2-2.
You look at Casilla's track record, signing as a pro back in 2000. He spent 3 years, 2000, 01, and 02, in the lowest classification.
Yeah, it was a rookie ball most of that.
Rookie ball. 3 full years.
Before he got to the Midwest League in 03 and 04, went A-ball, double-A, triple-A, big leagues in 04. That's a broken bat flare to right. Hundley singles with 2 outs.
It's the Nick Hundley show tonight.
And Sanchez on the other side. Sanchez has the 2 hits for the Giants, and Hundley has the 2 hits for the Padres.
And Nick's probably thinking to himself, hey, this guy's showing 98, 99. Not going to try to pull this guy. Hands back, locked and loaded, and driven the other way nicely. Lock and load, Nick.
Now remember when he reached on the double in the 4th with first base open at 2 outs, they just walked Cunningham to get to the pitcher, Richard. So now with first base occupied, we'll see how they approach Aaron. And a 99-mile-per-hour fastball below the knees, he hacks at and misses. Down and in at 98. Cunningham walked in the 2nd, then was intentionally walked in the 4th. Now the play right side. Haven't seen 100 yet, have you?
No.
He's been at 99 a number of times, though. Only at first, 2 away, no score. Padres batting in the bottom of the 6th. Sound like another broken bat, and the bouncer to Sanchez. Over to Huff to win the inning. A hit and a man left on, and the Padres have now stranded 8 at the end of 6. It remains scoreless. taste like a fortune, but they're still just $5. So many favorites like Blazing Buffalo Chicken, $5 all day, every day. Subway, eat fresh. And by Cox Advanced TV. Ready for more choices? Go to Cox.com. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mark Neely and Mark Grant and our Channel 4 crew from Petco Park. No score into the 7th.
A combined pitchers duel. Clayton Richard, the starter for San Diego, and a couple of pitchers for San Francisco. Jonathan Sanchez turned the ball over to Santiago Casilla.
83 pitches here into the 7th. Facing Aubrey Huff and hit him. And to come in with a fastball that got him.
That looks like it might have gotten Huff right on the elbow. Take a look. Oh, right on the tip of the right elbow. Now the inside part where that ulnar nerve is, inside, like your right elbow, inside, down in that little groove area, it looks like. That's a sensitive area.
Sounds like you've got all the terminology down, Dr. Job.
That'll make your
tingle.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see how Clayton Richard reacts.
Leadoff man reaches base for the second time in the game for San Francisco. Ball one low to Burrow. He fly to center in the second and hit into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the 4th. Short lead, back to the bag is Huff. Adams on the right, Luke Gregerson on the left. And Bud Black coming out of the Padre bullpen.
Well, a lot of righties in the starting lineup. Burrow, you've got Guillen, you've got Uribe down the line, Renteria, all the way down to Whiteside.
The pitcher spot due to lead off in the bottom of the inning. And when Bud comes out, most of the time, the vast majority, he makes changes when he comes to the mound, and that will be the case here. So Clayton's going to depart after 85 pitches tonight. This pitching change brought to you by the Mark Condos, luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to themarksandiego.com. Richard will give way to Gregerson. San Diego Ford dealers, and in comes Luke Gregerson.
Well, as I mentioned before, Buddy went out there. When Buddy went out there, a lot of right-handers do up. Burrow, Guillen, Uribe with nobody out, and that run around first. And for Luke, the last time out was against the Los Angeles Dodgers a couple days ago. That's when he recorded his second save, an inning and 2/3 for Luke. A 13-pitch effort.
That was on Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah, they believe. You can do a lot with those signs. You can make a hat. You can make a brooch. Pterodactyl.
So Gregerson inherits a 1-ball, no strike count on Burrow. So with just a 1-0 count, whatever happens to Burrow, Gregerson will be accountable for. 0 for 2 tonight. A strike, 1-1.
The one thing I noticed the other night when Luke Gregerson recorded that second save in the inning of 2/3, remember, he threw a majority of fastballs, sinkers.
Especially when he came into his first inning.
Yeah, and we know Luke Gregerson for that slider that he throws. That was the first pitch fastball. That's another first pitch, or second pitch fastball, rather. Missing for a ball.
No score, top of the 7th. The Giants have Huff at first, and he draws a throw. Burrow last night 2 for 2. Single, solo homer, walked once. They asked for the appeal, and he went, according to Jerry Crawford, the crew chief.
Well, let's take a look from the side. Absolutely, he goes. No question. If he hit that one, it would have been a double.
Gregerson's 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second and out of X-Mitt. And I think Huff had it stolen anyway. He's 6 for 6 in steal attempts. Eck may have taken a spike or something because he's acting a little shaken up.
He may have. You know, Eck is very good about when receiving a baseball, whether it's on the turn or from the catcher. 2 hands. Good jump by Huff. 2-handed grab.
Oh, yeah. I think he took that left spike right in the left knee. Closer look. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the left knee. Yep, you're right.
So the strikeout of Burrell, but the Giants have a runner at second, 1 out. Jose Guillen at the plate. First time the Giants have had a hitter up with a runner in scoring position. Slider down low. 2-0. Ferguson takes a moment off the mound. Adams was up earlier. He's watching as Webb now starts to gear it up in the Padres bullpen. Guillen hits it foul towards third.
Well, I know Buddy has his reasons in the moves that he makes. Obviously, he knows a heck of a lot more than we do. But Clayton Richard at 85 pitches, I was kind of surprised that he went out and made the move.
Yeah, Clayton has not thrown that few of pitches since 74 against Washington, May 28th.
Yeah.
Oh, let me take that back. 56 in just 3 2/3 at Arizona on the 7th.
Yeah. But pretty much in control when it came to Burrell and Guillen, Uribe. Uribe hit a ball hard in the second inning.
Uribe on deck. No score in the seventh. Huff at second base, one out, and Gregerson behind in the count to Jose Guillen. Luke's 3-1. Towards the hole, backhanded. Going to go for the lead runner, safe. And Huff with the feet first slide, and it did look like he got that left foot in there.
It had to be a perfect throw. In order to get Huff at third base, that throw had to be down on the bag. It was just off a little bit. See, it's up and away. Chase Headley cannot get the tag down in time. Huff clearly gets his foot in time. And now rather than having two outs and a runner in third, the Giants have runners at the corners with one out.
It looked like another case for holding the tag on there because the left foot hit the bag and then it popped up. It came off the base, I think, before his backside came in and got it completely on the base. Let's take another look here. Watch the left foot on, off, but very quick.
Yeah. You make a good point because a lot of guys do that when they're stealing second base, sliding into any base.
Schultz is going to pinch run for Guillen at first. So fielder's choice allowed Guillen to reach, and runners at the corners, one out for Uribe, and a check on Schultz. You expect Schultz to stay in the game and take over in right field in the bottom of the inning.
Schultz has 4 stolen bases on the year. Not a threat.
Tapper foul near the plate. So without a hit in this inning to this point, the Giants have put runners at the corners, one out. Huff led off the inning, was hit by a pitch by Richard. Earl struck out. Huff stole second, goes to third on the ground ball by Guillen on the force play. On the bouncy ball towards Headley, out at second to first, safe. And the Giants score. Huff gives them a 1-0 lead. Well, right there, Schultz with the hard slide at second, and using the pinch runner there for Guillen really seemed to pay off for Bruce Bochy.
Absolutely, because when you look at this ball, as soon as Eckstein gets the ball and the transfer, here comes the barrel roll and the good slide into second base. That's a good clean slide, and he just beats it.
And Huff scores the game's first run. Closes the book on Clayton Richards. 6 innings plus 1 batter into the 7th. He allows 1 run, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Edgar Renteria struck out and fly to left. For Uribe's 77th RBI, he's the lone runner now and draws the throw. Fly ball to right, coming in. Ludwig still coming. He traps it. Uribe around second now stops and returns to the bag. And there's the first hit of the inning. A Renteria single.
As soon as this ball is popped up into the air, you can see it's off the end of the bat. We've seen Ryan Ludwig come in on baseballs nicely and make some spectacular catches. And it's good that he spikes this one, keeps it in front of him. Now forced at any base. Ground ball in the infield, you go any base, get out of the inning.
Eli Whiteside is lined to third and hit into an inning fielder's choice. Pitcher spot due up next for the Giants. And Fontenot is coming to the on-deck circle. Rolled out to short. Tejada goes to first. But the Giants get a run. Coming up, the San Diego Hyundai dealer 7th inning stretch your dollars. Get more miles per gallon and the assurance of America's best warranty. Go to SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. For locations, visit FanDiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to FanDiego.
Well, these fans are seeing a gem tonight. Only run scored was last half inning for the Giants in the top half of the 7th. And we got some Marines here. Thank you for what you do.
A salute to those gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Durango will bat. The pitcher, Gregerson. Ball one up high. Sherwood stays in the game and takes over in right field. And Cody Ross now in left. And a bunt at 96-mile-per-hour fastball, and it's a ball and a strike. Durango got the start each of the last 2 nights. Leading off and playing center field last night as well as Wednesday against the Dodgers. Got a key 2-run single in the 6th inning Wednesday night against LA.
Well, how key would it be for Durango to get on base via a walk or a chopper, get that speed on to try to get him around to tie it up at 1.
Second inning of work for Santiago Casilla. He misses high with the 98-mile-per-hour fastball. 3-1. Third baseman Uribe, a couple of steps onto the grass. Strike call on the inside corner, and it's full. With 2 strikes, Uribe still in on the grass at third base. Now he backs up a few steps. Not even with the bag is Uribe. And it's rolled just foul past third behind that fastball.
And you can see Uribe 1 step away, 1 dive away from that third base bag.
Yeah, if it was fair, he was going to have a chance to field it.
Absolutely.
You see Uribe right even with the base. Full count on the pinch hitter, Luis Durango. Little tap out in front of the plate. Casilla gets to it quickly and throws him out. Well, Casilla had to be quick there with Durango running. Picked it up and throws him out, 1 away.
That ball actually hit behind his foot, whether he had contact with his foot.
Real close to the right foot.
Real close, but remember that ball off the bat can hit inside the batter's box. It gets that spin. If it goes fair, it's a fair ball. Doesn't touch anything. If that hits him in the foot, it's a foul ball.
Casilla finished after an inning and a third. It's pitching change. He's brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson. Always country first. Union with record-breaking member growth. Make your move and open an account today. He came in to finish off last night's game and to the 7th tonight, Ramon Ramirez.
Another hard thrower, mid-90s fastball change slider.
Good strike 1 by Denorfia. Chris tonight has walked twice. Only official at bat in the first. He fouled out. The 1-1. Down low.
Well, once again, I think it's worth mentioning. Only 2 hits for the Padres, both by Nick Hundley, batting in the number 7 spot tonight.
Popped up, shallow center. Torres coming in along with Shearholtz, and it's Torres. 2 outs. Base is empty for David Eckstein. Ramirez, a strike to the outside corner. Eck is fly to center. Reached on a fielder's choice and has a sac bunt. 0 for 2. Ramirez just off the outside edge. Eck pops it foul back.
You know, I'm looking at my bookmark, and the double by Nick Hundley hit hard. And then the ball Tejada hit in the 4th inning. That line drive to third. Probably the only 2 balls that were kind of squared up tonight.
I haven't squared up many. Foul on the third base side. Uribe nearing the seats makes the catch. Padres go in order in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. 1-0 San Francisco. Broadcast. Visit Padres.com today on your iPhone, iPod Touch, Android, or BlackBerry for more details. Mike Adams becomes the 3rd Padres pitcher tonight.
Well, Mike's had a little bit of a rest. Last time out was Tuesday against the Dodgers. And remember, that Tuesday outing was 3 in a row for him. So he is well rested. Good numbers for the right-hander. 9-1-2 for the Giants.
Mike Fontenot will pinch hit with the pitcher Ramirez. There's combined numbers between the Cubs and Giants. Inside ball 1. Fontenot traded to the Giants from the Cubs for minor league outfielder Evan Crawford on August 11th, just hours before the 2 teams met in Game 3 of a 4-game series in San Francisco. So Fontenot just walked from the visitors' clubhouse to the home clubhouse. And he ropes a single into right. Leadoff man on to the 8th. Second consecutive inning and 3rd time tonight that the Giants have put the leadoff hitter on base. And it's the top of the order and center fielder Andres Torres. keep the scorebook going. Hopefully we see some solid marks on the Padres side here to indicate some runs.
Yeah, sometimes it's a messy scorecard. Well, tonight it just happens to be a clean.
Left field, Cunningham trapped it. Has a force out at second, but Fontenot read it well and gets down. And Torres has his first hit. 2 on, nobody out.
Well, I don't know whether Aaron juggled that ball around a little bit, but as you mentioned, Fontenot's got to hold up because that ball might be caught. And remember, it's a force play at second base. So let's see. He catches it cleanly. It kind of, no, he got rid of it, I think, as quickly as he could. Trying to get that force out at second base.
So back-to-back hits. First time tonight that either team's accomplished that. Rodney Sanchez had the first 2 San Francisco hits tonight. A first inning single and a fourth inning single. Slide to right in his last at bat. Padres in at the infield corners. Guarding against a possible Sanchez bunt. Adams gives a look back at second.
You know, there are guys who come up to the plate with runners in scoring position that have that pop, and you're worried about hitting onto the ballpark. Sanchez has 5 home runs, but he's that guy who uses the whole field and is a little pest at the plate.
He does square, bunts it foul.
Notice when Adams kicked and tried to throw to second base, Sanchez didn't show. It was the late with the hand up the bat to square around and bunt.
Sanchez looking to move the runner over here, but he's been one of the hotter Giants in the past month. Hitting .409 since August 12th. He squares. Foul at the plate, 0-2. And frustrated Sanchez picked up the foul ball and then threw it emphatically down, and the Padre fans didn't like that.
Foul ball, gets him, and frustration, nothing wrong with that. Tossed it back to the Giants dugout.
Only Headley backs up behind the bag at third. Fondo led off the inning with a pinch hit single. Torres followed that with a hit. 2 on, nobody out. Giants leading 1-0 in the 8th. Swinging on 0-2, and he strikes out on a slider. 1 gone.
That is a big pitch, and you see the frustration. Sanchez, early in the at-bat, he wants to get those runners over. It's his second and third. 2 runners in scoring position, but goes down swinging on the slider. And now Mike Adams is 1 pitch away from rolling a grounder and possibly getting out of this little jam.
Aubrey Huff hit by pitch leading off the 7th. A big play in this game because he would eventually come around to score what has been the game's only run. He was the last hitter faced by the starter, Clayton Richard. Hundley and Adams quickly converse.
Eck. Yeah, you don't want to cross up your catcher here. Eck comes in to get the sign so he can flash that sign over to Tejada with the open mouth or the closed mouth.
Closed mouth meaning he covers. Open mouth means the other guy.
Right.
Cover. Swing and a miss. Another slider. 0-2. Fouled it. Oh, boy, that got Hundley.
Got him good.
You could hear that up here. That really got Nick flush. Oh,
on the left side?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow. That's a,
yeah.
Hey, Bud. Looking on there, Nick, trying to shake it off. An unprotected spot. Right there on that side of the ribcage.
That's
underneath
the
the armpit.
area, huh?
Another 0-2 to Aubrey Huff.
Slider.
Remember, Ross came into the game defensively in the last inning, so he's the one that's on deck, not Burrell in the cleanup spot now for the Giants.
Well, the runner on second base. Let's see if they go sign after 2. Fastball away, possibly. Well, inside.
Pop foul back. Two on, one out. Giants leading 1-0 in the 8th. The Giants win would create a virtual tie for first. Padres, if they can rally, looking to expand their lead to 2 games in the NL West. Rockies won tonight. Got him swinging. Slider down in the dirt. He K's Huff. 2 gone.
That is some big league pitching right there by Mike Adams. Went back with the slider. It almost looked like Huff by that swing, maybe anticipating that pitch down and in, recognized it away, and then emergency swing because he had already committed. And Adams gets the big strikeout.
Cody Ross bats for the first time tonight. He came in, took over in left field in the bottom of the 7th. His combined numbers after coming over from Florida. Strike one on the outside corner. Another one of the late additions by the Giants to their roster, Cody Ross. There were a lot of Florida Marlin players that were very sad to see Ross leave their ball club. Inside.
I'll be careful with that pitch. The slider for a strike. That one was just hung up inside just a little bit. Ross recognizing it because it was a bad pitch up. But if that one's left over the heart of the plate, could be a different story.
Two on, 2 outs. 1-0 Giants. Fastball, he gets by him, and it's 1-2. Got him. Adams strikes out Cody Ross. The Giants put the first two on with base hits, and then Adams comes back and strikes out the next three. .com/concerts. 1-0 Giants. Bottom of the 8th. Ludwig leading off for San Diego. And a first pitch strike from the new hurler Sergio Romo.
Sergio Romo, a 3-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, and a change. High 80s, low 90s. Not really overpowering, but he's given up 4 earned runs in his last 7 outings.
Fouled back. A cold hard blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Ludwig in his last at bat last night in the 9th, 2-run home run. His 4th as a Padre. Get that off Matt Cain. The tail's just off the outside corner. Ludwig, Adrian Gonzalez, and Miguel Tejada in the Padres' 8th. Not a piece.
Well, you can see why Romo has held opponents to a .221 average. He's got a nice little tight slider down and away to those right-handed hitters.
Well, the lefty Adrian Gonzalez due up next. They have Javier Lopez getting ready in the Giants bullpen, so I think there's a pretty good chance this is the only hitter that Romo is going to face today. Foul tip into the glove of Whiteside and a strikeout of Ludwig. And here comes Bruce Bochy. Romo a 1/3 of an inning with a strikeout. Left-hander Javier Lopez, who came in and faced one batter last night, that was Adrian, will come in tonight. This pitching change brought to you by the Mark Condos. Luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to the marksandiego.com. San Diego Ford dealers. With the lefty Javier Lopez.
It's all about matchups, huh? And the lefty Lopez will face the lefty Gonzalez. Holding left-handed hitters to a 148 average. It's the lowest among all National League left-handed relievers. Fastball, slider, and a change from Javier Lopez.
Adrian 0 for 3 tonight. He is hitting .337 against lefties this year, but this lefty Lopez definitely gives you a different look down there.
There's low 3/4, and then there's low 3/4. Doesn't throw that hard, so the deception tries to play a big part here. The old buggy whip at 88 miles an hour on the fastball.
Lopez got Adrian on a comebacker to the mound in the 9th inning last night when they squared off. 1 out, nobody on in the Padre 8th. 1-0 Giants. They scored in the 7th on an RBI fielder's choice from Juan Uribe. Line past the diving second baseman Freddie Sanchez into right field. Well, Lopez won the battle last night. Tonight it belongs to Adrian. He's the tying run at first.
Stay tucked in, keep that front side locked in, and he stayed on that buggy whip from Lopez, and Bruce Bochy is going to wear a path out to that mound. When you talk about matchups, we talk about a nice swing. Gonzalez smokes one by Sanchez at second base.
He wants his closer. Well, Lopez comes out, and Brian Wilson is going to be asked to get 5 outs for the save tonight.
And Bruce Bochy goes to his closer, Brian Wilson. Another hard thrower, 99 to 100 miles an hour in the fastball, a slider and a change. His approach, there are guys who throw the fastball and then they have a secondary pitch which kind of gets the hitter off balance a little bit. Well, Brian Wilson is one of those guys who throws hard and tries to throw harder. Fastball, slider, and a change from the righty. And his control is improved this year as well. 23 walks.
Wilson leads the National League with 41 saves. It matches his career high. He also had 41 for the Giants 2 years ago in 2008. He joins Rob Nett as the only Giants pitchers in the San Francisco era to have multiple seasons of 40 or more saves. Nett had 4 40-plus save seasons with San Francisco. This is not uncommon for Brian Wilson to go more than an inning. He has 8 4-plus out saves this year, the most by any major league closer. And he's low with ball 1 to Tejada.
And how about this strikeout rate for Wilson? 80 strikeouts in 63 in the 3rd innings pitched. 41 for 45 in save opportunities.
Tejada fouls it away right side. Well, Wilson, in the games when he's been called on to go more than an inning, when pitching more than an inning and a third, he's 8 for 9 in save chances.
And we know that he can throw a lot of pitches as well.
The 1-1 pitch. Fastball at 95, a little inside.
What's that game in Houston that we were?
Yeah, was that?
I'm sorry, it was in San Francisco against Houston. He threw like 40 pitches in the inning.
Right, and I'm thinking that was last season though. They kind of blend together because we were watching.
Matsui? Was it last year?
Yeah, good memory.
It does run into each other, huh? Each year.
Foul down the right field side. And Matsui had something ridiculous, like a 15 or 20 pitch.
That was last year.
To end the game. Was that last year? I'm thinking it was last season. We'll check that out. Adrian at first, 1 out. 1-0 Giants, bottom of the 8th. Bounce to third. Uribe gets it out at second. Relay safe. Tejada just beat it. He's hunched over. Looks to be okay. Let's see. They're going to pinch run for him with Cabrera. Nonetheless.
Well, that's the fourth time that Tejada has grounded the third baseman Uribe tonight. Remember, he fell out of the box at one time, threw the bag, and winces as he walks back to the dugout.
So Everett to run for Miggy. Headley takes outside. 2 down in the Padres, 8th inning. There goes Everett. Throw down his second. Got him. That's going to bring out Bud to argue with second base umpire Phil Cuzzy. And what a big play and big call it is. Did he get him? Might have got him. Tagged it down near the
Did he tag him?
Well, look.
Stay tuned.
Padres 2011 season tickets are on sale now. Season tickets, the best way to guarantee your 2010 Padres postseason tickets. And make sure you have the best seats for all the big games. Call that number at the bottom of your screen, 619-795-5555. And representatives are standing by. Let's take another look at the play at second. Everett goes in head first. The left hand getting to the bag, and the runner tag. If he tagged him, he just barely brushed him on that leg.
There. Before his hand hits the bag.
Yep, very, very close, but another instance of a bang play.
Yep.
Cabrera stays into place short. 9th inning now, and Ryan Webb takes over.
Oh, Ryan Webb has got 3 outs to get here. And maybe the Padres can fight back and tie this one up in their bottom half of the 9th. And you know what? When we look at that play again, I was looking at the umpire. Look at his perspective. I mean, on that swipe there, obviously he's going to look like he tagged him, right?
Because Rennery kind of blocked him out.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no chance for the umpire to see daylight in between. Now, I'm not saying he was positioned wrong. I know in school they're taught to be at certain places on the field.
But the way Rennery had stepped in front of the base, where he put the tag on Cabrera, and you wonder if Phil Cuzzy could see the actual tag. Now, the video did show it looked like Renneria did tag him. Anyway, very lightly on the leg.
And, you know, as a player, you catch that ball, even if you miss, if you have the sense to play it, like the swipe tag and show the umpire the tag,
sell it
from his vantage point, you sell it, yeah. Chances are you're going to get the call.
Two-0 line down the left field side. That's fair and into the corner for Nate Schierholtz. Cunningham has to go all the way into foul territory to pick it up and turn it second. And Schierholtz holds with a lead-off ninth-inning double.
I was watching Schierholtz out of the box. He can run a little bit now. He was scooped nicely around first base. He was possibly even thinking 3 if there's a little bit of a juggling act down there in left field. Takes that sinker down and away. The race is on. Ball comes to a complete stop, and Schierholtz took a very aggressive turn around second base.
Juan Uribe is knocked in the game's only run with a fielder's choice in the 7th. Giants now have 6 hits. That's the first extra base hit for San Francisco tonight. Uribe on the ground, foul to third.
You don't really hurt in this game, I mean, up to this point.
Didn't take advantage of all the walks from Sanchez. Gave up 7 in his 5 innings.
Absolutely. And in that 5th inning, the one double play.
A 2-on-1 out.
Yep.
Tied him up, swing and a miss. 0-2. The Padres have stranded 8 tonight. Hundley has 2 of the 3 hits and the only extra base hit for the Padres. Towards the hole, tough play. Cabrera plants and does not make a throw, wisely so. Schierholtz remains at second with a base hit for Uribe. Nobody out. Edgar Renneria coming up.
Everybody having a conference on that mound there. Renteria, his job here. You'd think to bunt down that third base line, draw in Headley to move those runners up to first or to second and third rather.
Renneria 1 for 3 with a single in his last at bat. Padres in at the corners, starting against what looks to be the bunt. Well, going to swing away.
Wow.
Takes a strike. Renneria showing no signs of bunting. Check swing. Renneria does have 2 sack bunts this season.
And he's grounded into a double play 7 times this year.
Swinging again at the 96-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-2. Leadoff double by Sherholtz. Uribe an infield hit. First and second. Nobody out in the Giants' ninth. This game scoreless until San Francisco scored in the seventh.
See, one of the things you have to look out for with the sinker baller Webb, who throws 96, those high choppers. I mean, the ground ball would be ideal here. The nice, crisp two-hopper to one of the middle infielders. But you always have to be aware of that high chopper. That's the good and bad of being a sinker baller. Or that little dribbler out in front of the home plate that the guy tops, and third baseman can't get to it.
Renneria towards short. Backhand, now he drops it, picks it up, throws to third, force out, they still got it. Catch a break there. Cabrera able to finally find the baseball and had the presence of mind to take the shot at third and get Sherholtz on the force out. It goes 6-5.
Just glad that this ball doesn't get farther away from Cabrera. And the runners had to hold up a little bit to see if Cabrera was going to catch that baseball. You're right, that is a break.
Buddy's saying, hey, keep calm, relax. Eli Whiteside 0 for 3 tonight. Strike one. Let's look at the play at third. Watch the feet of Headley. Was he on the bag? It's a force out. Then you'll see him come down and try to put a tag on.
Kind of tough to tell there if his foot was in contact with the bag.
Third base umpire Brian O'Dort calling the out on Sherholtz. Whiteside back to the mound. Waiting. Now fires to second. Safe off the glove of Cabrera, and everybody's safe. Well, once Webb didn't initially throw to second, then he hurried it, and an error loads the bases with one out. But Padres got a perfect double play ball back to the mound here.
Now, does he double clutch because nobody's there? Clutch? You know what? If he would have thrown at Cabrera, it's like a quarterback throwing to a receiver. You throw to a spot. If he threw it there, Everett would have been there on the run. The runner wouldn't have been at second base yet. And in a perfect world, if he throws it to the spot, Cabrera gets it, flips the bag with his foot. Chances are they turn a double play.
Well, it scored an E6. Error on Cabrera, who had to reach.
That's a tough error on
the runner coming in. Yeah.
I would say that's an error on the throw.
Right now it's being scored E6, fielder's choice, and they're loaded up. And the left-hander Thatcher getting ready.
Because did you see Everett had to slow up too, because he saw that Webb double clutched and he slowed up.
Well, here's the interesting part. They want Wilson to close out the game, so he bats for himself right here. Wilson 0 for 4 this year with the bat. He was only struck out 1 of the 4 times, so he's put it in play a few times as well. Swing and a miss. Now the Padre error is their first since Sunday. And they committed 2 in a 4-2 loss to the Rockies. Let's open the door here for the Giants in the ninth. The bouncer back to the mound. He can come home for one. And no throw down to first. Nick hung on to it. They're going to call him out. Plate umpire Chris Guccione saying that Uribe interfered with Hundley. And the Padres get a double play to get out of the inning. And out comes Bruce Bochy. Uribe upset. Watch his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he reached and grabbed his leg, or at least made contact. And Chris Guccione caught it. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Of the inning. You definitely see Uribe with the left hand grab near the top of the shin guard of Hundley.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Plate umpire Chris Guccione didn't call it right away, but then did.
He grabbed his leg, wrapped his hand around it.
Good lip reading. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Headley, Hundley, and Cunningham scheduled the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. It's still a 1-0 Giants lead. Ryan Wilson trying to get a 5-out save for the Giants and move them into a first-place tie with the Padres. And this is outside with a fastball, a ball and a strike. Fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Headley. And his first 3 times. 2 times against Sanchez. And once against Casilla. Pops it up on the third base side. Uribe just into foul territory. 1 out in the Padre ninth. Well, Hundley had a very good night. Walk, double, single, 2 for 2. Been on base all 3 times up. Padres have only 3 hits, and he has 2 of them. The other is an Adrian Gonzalez single in the 8th. Fouled off on the fastball. Fastball at 97 is high. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Giants. They've left 8. Padres 0-3-1 with 8 left on. And Venable, left-handed batter on deck to bat for Cunningham. 1-2.
No, you talk about an emotional grind this game, huh?
Man, every inning.
Man. Both teams have left 8 runners on base. Giants have out hit the Padres 7-3. And 1 run is the difference.
One-two pitch. Strikes him out with a fastball. 2 away. Venable was going to bat. He was in the on-deck circle and now stares. A pinch hit for Cunningham. Outside to bat, ball 1. He bats a dead red type of guy.
Yep.
Wilson, that same type of power pitcher.
That's why I think you're going to see Wilson try to just feed the fastballs away to Matt Stairs and give him left field. Hey, if according to Wilson, if Matt Stairs squares up a fastball away and takes him out the opposite way, tip your cap. But, you know, Matt could turn on the fastball with the best of them.
It hits the outside corner, 2-1. Padres down to their final out. A Giants win would create a virtual tie for first. The Padres would be a percentage point ahead, but for all intents and purposes, the teams would be locked up. It's outside, 3-1.
Hey, Walker's just as good as a bloop, right?
Get a runner. Venable back into the on-deck circle. The pitcher spot up next. Stairs trying to keep this 9th alive for the Padres. And he takes ball 4.
Pinch runner. Get some speed out there.
And Durango and Cabrera have already been used, so Scott Hairston is going to run. Now, Venable went deep last night for the first Padre run. That was in the 3rd inning, his 12th of the season, hitting that off Matt Cain. Scotty Hairston, the pinch runner. Fastball is a called strike on the outside corner.
Corner of 8th and K.
Only run scored in the Giants' 7th. An RBI fielder's choice for Uribe brought in Aubrey Huff. Fastball away. The Padres have been alone in first place since June 18th. What would change if the Giants win tonight? They would share first. A rip and a miss. Padres are down to the final strike. Wilson's 1-2. Up high with a fastball at 97. Two pitch. Giants win it. 1-0. Now we've got a virtual tie atop the National League West. A 5-out save for Brian Wilson. And the run Huff scored in the 7th proved to be the only tally. And it's San Francisco that wins a pitcher's duel tonight. Giants now 80-62. Padres 79-61. You have the Padres with a .564 winning percentage. Giants .563. But for all intents and purposes, we are all tied up in the West. 1-0 San Francisco, the final. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up after this.